These are the dogs available for adoption here at Pinellas County Animal Services at closing time on Tuesday, July the 31st. Our first dog is a boy named Cyrus. Cyrus is a year and a half old, and he weighs 63 pounds. Next is Jojo. Jojo is still somewhat of a puppy, 7 months old. Little Joe, or Jojo, is 16 pounds, going to get a little bigger. But not little at all is Big Brody. Brody is 100 pounds. Looks like he might be part Anatolian Shepherd. He's about 5 years old, and he knows all kinds of commands, and he walks great on a leash. He's a very neat dog. Our next dog is Marty. Marty is a year old, and Marty weighs 58 pounds. He's looking at a treat underneath his pen. This is Sheba. Sheba's one of our newer pets in adoptions. She's a Labrador Retriever mix who is 2 years old, and she weighs 44 pounds. Next is Shay. Shay is a really pretty dog. 7 years old and 48 pounds. This dog is one that walks really well on a leash and obviously knows the command sit. Well, this is our formerly biggest dog in adoptions. This is Rosie. Rosie is 70 pounds. She's 5 years old. She's the typical Labrador Retriever, full of energy and just goofy as can be. Boone is 2 years old and weighs only 25 pounds. Kind of a small dog. My next dog is Roscoe. Roscoe is 7 months old and has a funny tail. It's kind of short, but what's there is also curled. Roscoe is a Labrador Retriever mixed with maybe Rottweiler and Chow. He weighs 50 pounds. Now, because we have so many dogs, we decided to keep adoptions at $25 for the month of August also. I guess it's true what they say about it being the dog days of August, because we have a lot of dogs right now. Sweetie is a heartworm positive dog that's been treated here at the shelter. She is 4 years old and 44 pounds. She's doing very well, and she is a sweetie. She's easy to walk on a leash. Obi's been here too long. Obi does like the water. Obi does sit and stay on command. He really likes his toys, and that's why we have 2 Kong toys in his cage there. He's a medium energy dog, but he does walk pretty well on a leash. This big guy is Major. Major is 65 pounds, and you can see him wagging his tail. He's hoping that somebody will come and take him out of his cage so that he can go home and sit on the couch and watch TV with you. But don't be fooled, he's a high-energy dog also. He's almost 2 years old, and he will need to run and run and run some more. He needs a Frisbee and a lot of tennis balls. This pretty dog is named Terry. Terry is 9 months old and 70 pounds. Needs a little work on leash manners, but he does love attention. One that would really enjoy a lot of treats. Well, maybe I shouldn't be too loud because Jake is just sleeping so much like a cute little puppy. He is still a puppy. He is 8 months old. He's a beautiful dog at 40 pounds. He's probably going to grow another 20 pounds or so. He is the typical hound. He knows some basic commands like sit and shake, but he's got a lot of energy also to play with a lot of toys and chase a tennis ball. Well, this is Lady, and Lady just got adopted. She's going to be spayed tomorrow and go home the day after. Charlie is what everybody seems to look for. He's a little dog. He's a 1.5 years old, and he weighs 11 pounds. He walks very well on a leash. Our next dog is Coco, a 3-year-old, 68-pound dog. That makes him the 3rd biggest dog in adoptions right now. Buster is a pretty boy. He is one that was also a heartworm positive dog, but he's been treated for that, so he's doing much better now. He is 2 years old, and he looks like he weighs more than 48 pounds, but that's all he weighs, is just 48 pounds. A medium to small large. This is a dog that walks well on a leash. He is a 1-year-old, and he weighs 50 pounds. Got a lower energy level, so he would be a good dog to take on slow walks or just sit on the couch. This is Nikita. Nikita is one of our newer dogs in adoptions. She's a Labrador Retriever who is 5 years old. She arrived here already spayed. She weighs 65 pounds. She's ready to go home. She walks pretty well on a leash also. Nadia knows the basic command of sit. She's a 1-year-old and she weighs 38 pounds. Looks like she likes to take a nap. She's stretching to come up and play. She's an active dog, but she knows her basic commands. Rebel is 3 years old, a very intelligent dog who should learn quickly any number of commands you want him to learn. He's a Catahoula Leopard Hound who is 30 pounds and not going to get any bigger. This little Chihuahua mix is 9 pounds and 2 years old. Walks well on a leash and, appropriately enough, has been named Precious. What a cute little girl. Another pretty dog is this boy named Skeeter. Skeeter is 4 years old. Skeeter walks very well on a leash, but Spitz-type dogs tend to have a lot of energy. Ones that like to play a lot. But I can tell you from personal experience, Spitz dogs do like to sit in your lap. That's good because you have to brush them a lot. They do shed quite a bit. And we've got just a few dogs on the back row here. This is 12-week-old Sophie, who is 30 pounds. She's going to be a big girl. She'll probably be 70, maybe even 80 pounds when she's done growing. She could even be bigger than that. Well, this is not a puppy. This is a full-grown dog. At 22 pounds, this 1-year-old is not going to get any bigger. Looks like a beagle mix. Could even be a puggle. Well, this little girl is named Penelope. Penelope is 2 years old. She's a little terrier mix. She's not very big at all. Barely 7 pounds. Now Daisy here is a puppy. She's 6 months old. Looks like a Labrador Retriever. She's 30 pounds, so expect this girl to be 50 to 60 pounds when she's done growing. Labrador Retriever puppies can be easy to train, but you've got to have a lot of treats to do it. They tend to be very food motivated. And our last dog is Maya. Maya is also a puppy. She is 6 months old and she weighs 44 pounds. Well, that's all the dogs up for adoption here at Pinellas County Animal Services at closing time on Tuesday, July the 31st. All the dogs in today's video will be available for adoption when the shelter reopens Wednesday, August the 1st at 9 a.m. We hope that you come out and adopt one of them soon. Adoptions are still just $25. Thank you for looking at the animals here at Pinellas County Animal Services.